If you have dirty sperm, that lasts...
She stole it from me.
She said she calls it dirty sperm.
If y'all...
I literally was feeling like this. Like, I wanted to...
It's recording now. Oh my god. What's up, A Squad? This is Keon and
Brionne.
I haven't had a lot of videos or seen a lot of videos on YouTube about this topic, but Babe is gonna bring up what her symptoms of during our cycles, which now you see if you look at our videos, we've had 2 cycles of IUI, was Clomid.
Oh, I was about to say
Second
cycle was Letrozole.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, this video is going to be Clomid versus Letrozole, the symptoms. These are going to be my symptoms. Everybody is different. But, you know, even when you look online, some of the symptoms that I did have are common with a lot of women. One of the medications, I would say I got all of the symptoms, and the other medication, it was just like, you know, whatever, blah. Let's talk about the 2. And I was going to do the video by myself, but I told her I wanted her in the video as well because she definitely had to go through the motions with me. Don't make that face.
Okay, well, do you want to go through Clomid first? And Clomid, guys, was our very first cycle, meaning after we left, picked out the donor, boom. Like, next thing, they put us, we wanted to do a medicated cycle.
Right. First
cycle to, and what do they use Clomid for?
Okay, so we're going to start this off by saying, like, with the Clomid, but both Clomid and Letrozole, I started both on the 3rd day. So I'm looking at my notes, guys. Because one I took a while ago and the other one is more recent. In both Letrozole, I started both on the 3rd cycle day, and they both were taken for 5 days. I'm not a doctor. These are my experiences. This is a disclaimer. This is our experience. This is our journey. We are not doctors. We're just letting you know what happened to us. Okay.
So what was your first symptoms? Clomid, and then Clomid is to make sure you have mature follicles, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. There you go. I was trying to remember. So you take this before you take a trigger shot. Trigger shot helps make sure you ovulate. So remember, Clomid is make sure you have mature follicles for the follicles for the eggs that's dropped. And sometimes with medicated cycles, you can't have a chance of having multiples. So that's why, like, are y'all good with multiples? Yes, we just want baby A. So that's how, we don't care. They already told us this, but what they didn't tell us was all these crazy ass signs that you would have.
Side effects.
The side effects. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So go.
For the Clomid, I was very emotional. I'm talking about bipolar, crying, laughing, being sad, happy, angry, like all at the same time. It was legit like that. Like, I never knew, she never knew what Brionne she was gonna get for that, not alone that day, but that hour.
Yeah, and yeah. Yep. And
it was bad, y'all.
So when she means by this, like, we literally could be driving down the road and she'll just start crying and she'll look at me and say, I don't know why I'm crying.
Yeah, but I'm like, I can't stop crying. I don't know what's wrong.
And then she'll be happy. Like, or then she just be mad for no reason, and I have to tell, like, babe, what you mad about? Like, it's still me. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all have to have that talk.
And sometimes when she's trying to be, you know, be there for me, I take it as her trying to, like, I took it as her trying to
do what?
I'm trying to think of the words. Like, y'all, I felt like she wasn't being sincere at times, but she really was.
Girl,
she really was being sincere. So yeah, I was extremely angry. And I just didn't know where it was coming from. And then she would tell me that I'm being a monster, but I
didn't say the monster word.
You didn't say monster, but
I just say, babe, you being a little mean for no reason. And she's like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
Yes, the fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it was really, really bad. But that's not the only thing.
Besides the emotions, that's definitely not it.
That is not it. So there is bloating, and I don't mean like a little bit of bloating here and there. I mean looking like 2 months pregnant, 3 months pregnant bloating. Like it's really bad.
We knew we were trying, and I know they probably looked, because every time they knew see us, they'll probably look down at our stomach. No, that was just the meds.
Like, it makes it like, it was, and it's not just for the 5 days that you're on, because with this medication, it takes a while to get out of your system, even after you're done with the 5 days.
14 days almost.
Right.
Like 2 weeks afterwards.
2 weeks after.
So imagine getting a negative, but you still have all the side effects of feeling pregnant, and you're not.
My
That's what Clomid did.
breast was horrible. Like, my breast felt like, you know, I couldn't even hug her. I couldn't lay on my stomach. Like, it was bad. Like, I didn't want to put her on. Like,
nope.
It was horrible, y'all. Like, it was pretty bad.
Literally get in my car, and I'm so glad that I have my car, you can kind of gauge. She can have her temp, and I can't, because she will blast me out. Like, I'll just be like, babe.
And before we even got to the car, she knew she had to just go ahead and, like, hit double tap.
I double tap. We're going to cut my car on before we
go
get
ahead and cut it on, start it, because I knew, I was just like, and y'all know it's hot outside. I mean, I felt horrible.
And it was already hot outside when we did our first cycle?
It was hot.
Yeah, it was. Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Also, like, trying to go to sleep at night, I was just hot. It was the worst feeling ever. Like,
she felt like you could feel the heat radiating off of her, like, whatever. And we always sleep real close to each other anyway, but
I didn't even want her on me, like, at all. And that's like, and
then if I moved away, she'll come back and she's like, oh no. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I ain't fooling with you.
Couldn't sleep, but feeling super tired. Yes. Like, you would feel so exhausted, but you just could not go to sleep. It was really bad insomnia. Like, I wanted to go to sleep so bad, but I just couldn't. Nope. I would close my eyes and legit, like, it would just be, I don't know, it was bad. And then I was keeping her up, and she had to get up early, so that was,
I don't really sleep that well anyway most of the time, so I was just up.
So when she does go to sleep, I try not to bother her, because she doesn't get a lot of rest.
I be trying, y'all. It's just
stomach cramps. The cramping was really bad. Like,
was it like period cramping? I forgot.
It really wasn't like period cramping. It was like more, I don't know, it was like sharp pains here and there.
Yep.
So yeah, and they say that you get that when, you know, during pregnancy. Like, it was,
y'all, Clomid, let me tell you something. Clomid will trick you into thinking you are. It literally gives you every symptom of pregnancy, just to make sure your follicles are mature. Like, it's crazy. It has a lot of side effects, and it had
I had heartburn. I had nausea.
She was starting to get sick. Oh, she had the metallic taste.
Yes, that's what it was.
That's what the thing, because everybody was like, what?
They were like, if you have a metallic taste, that means you're pregnant.
And so we were thinking the whole time, and it was like, God damn, like, you know what I'm saying? She getting this taste. So y'all, that is crazy. That's why I'm like, if y'all,
I literally was feeling like this. Like, I wanted to. I just had to let them know, like, this was some real shit we was going through, okay?
I still love her, so I was like, Lord,
you have to love the person, Lord.
Like we said, look at the last video.
Like, I know I love her. I know I'm in love with her. It runs super deep. There's nothing surface there, but after this whole experience, I just truly knew I made the right decision to marry this person here.
Y'all, because it's just, whoo, it's for the baby. Because, you know, all this stuff does not last forever. Anger and stuff like that. That's all she kept telling herself. And that's that is the advice that I give the partners that, you know, has to deal with the person that's going through it. It's not going to be this way always. Like, see, because I spoil her anyway, just because I do it. So it's just, I mean, her just knowing that she was gonna, we in the process of carrying our baby, like, it wasn't an issue. And even though she kept saying, even before, I hope you're not gonna be mad at me about what I said.
I'm sorry.
And I was like, I'm not tripping. I've heard worse. So
I'm so sorry.
Letrozole. This is Letrozole.
No, well, yeah, we're gonna move on to
Letrozole
now. So With Letrozole, I would say it was a little bit better. I'll kind of sum it up at the end, but I do want to say how Letrozole was. So with Letrozole, I did have headaches, and they would go from like minor headaches to like extreme.
And so, you don't get headaches.
And I don't. That was the worst part of Letrozole. I feel. I think that's the worst part. Let me weight gain. So it's the Clomid. Remember we were talking about bloating. Letrozole is weight gain. Like I felt like it was all over.
Yeah.
It was weight gain all over.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was weight gain all over. So
and y'all didn't make it no more better. I'm a country. It didn't make it any better that this was during quarantine too.
Yes.
So you don't know where it's coming from.
So I don't know. It's the fact that I was like hungry.
No, but you was working out with me though.
I was, y'all, but it was just like bloating everywhere. Yeah. It was weight, like it was like.
You didn't want to put no clothes on.
It was bad. Like it was.
Yeah.
So frustrating.
It had bloating, just like
bloating, like looking like I was pregnant. Really tired. But this tiredness was different. So this tiredness was like literally like pregnancy. Like
she was taking naps.
Needed to take naps in the middle of the day. So yeah, needing midday naps. That was one of the things that was a side effect. Dizziness. So I was getting dizzy. That is one of the side effects that I knew about, but I didn't think I was gonna get it. But right. Yeah, I got all of the side effects.
Yep.
Dizziness, constipation, hot flashes. But this time with my hot flashes, I was actually sweating. Like these hot flashes was like sweat. Like you thought I was sitting in a sauna somewhere. I was like, I'm just hot. Like, yo, I could not cool off. Like, there was nothing that she can do to make me cool off.
We go to her mama house, all the fans and everybody got to be on. It was just, she even bought, she had this little ass fan. She would literally sit on the table. Y'all, I don't know what that fan is at, but that fan used to be right here on blast. And then we keep our house like on 69, 68 when we go sleep, because I like to sleep cool. Yeah. She would literally put that fan right there in her face on her side of the bed. Yeah. I'm like, what the hell?
And then she had to go buy me a fan, even though like there's a ceiling fan. She had to go buy like a big fan. Yeah, it was.
Yep, I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, she had to go buy a fan. So then a small, like a portable, AC.
Oh yeah, I forgot she bought a portable AC unit too. Like she said it was for the park when we go to the park, but I feel like she got it for her. She put ice in it and stuff. I was like, what the heck? And then I come home, there's an Amazon box. Babe, I got a portable. It's for the park. No, it's not. Because I'm an earth sign, so I can just be out there, heat, all that. I don't care. She need the AC. I'm like, girl, who gonna be carrying all this ice? But anyway, that's off topic.
The other thing was muscle pain. My legs were hurting, my back. That was pretty much it, right?
Yeah, yeah, just neck and wait, I said neck. My neck, my back. What is it? Your back and what else?
My neck, my legs were hurting, like my thighs. I had nausea, but I wasn't throwing up. Like
no, she was sick. She was like this all the time.
I was always gagging.
Yep.
Like, it was bad. So at the end of the day, I know
thirsty.
Yeah, I was really thirsty.
So y'all have to think about. We already went through Clomid. Then if you check our last video, we did another cycle with different medication, and then now she catching new stuff. Oh, we said, oh, she ain't had that thirst last time. Oh, here come the thirst, and then she not as angry. She didn't say that. She was not angry, y'all. We ain't getting no arguments.
This one was like, I would rather, and the thing is, I would rather do Letrozole, because I know it sounds bad, like the side effects or whatever, but like the hot flashes were, usually when you get hot, like you get kind of angry when you're hot. So, but I wasn't angry like at all. Like this did not mess with my emotions.
She was so much nicer. Like
yeah, this did not mess with my emotions at all. So
she was normal. Like that's what she was weird. She was like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, no, let's just ride the wave. It's like
yeah, I didn't have no breast tenderness. Nope, nothing.
Didn't have a metallic taste either.
Nope. At the end of the day, some of the side effects were the same. Most of the Letrozole side effects were super mild. Clomid side effects were on steroids. Like everything I said about Clomid, like it was like times 10 for like everything. And I was gassy too.
Yeah.
Then that's a pregnancy sign too.
Yeah, y'all. So just hey, like at the end of the day, well, continue reading.
Yeah. Person, I didn't know who I was, and I hated it, which I did. It makes you feel crazy and depressed when you're supposed to be relaxed.
Yep.
I feel like going through this journey, it is not for the weak. Okay.
If you a weak person, or
especially if you are someone that's healthy and that the doctors are telling you, hey, you look fine.
You're a prime candidate.
You're a prime candidate. You know, you don't have any fertility issues. But the thing is, you have, like we said in the last video,
you have that one shot.
You have that one. If you have dirty sperm, that lasts.
She stole it from me.
She said she calls it dirty sperm.
I call it dirty sperm, and not no disrespect to anybody, straight couples, whatever. But when you're a lesbian couple, that sperm, they have to clean it to take all the extra proteins out that necessarily is unneeded to get pregnant. You go to a sperm bank, it says clean, you know, what's that, the clean stuff, and then the regular. But guess what? They're not going to insert the regular still. They're still going to clean it at the fertility place. So you can try to do the cheap way and be like, oh, I'm going to order the dirty sperm. But no, you still going to have to get clean.
But still, like, but like I was saying, like, if you have dirty sperm, like, if you're just, like, at home doing it or whatever, that sperm is going to last
5 days. Up to 5 days.
Up to 5 days. When you are dealing with an IUI at the doctor,
24 hours.
Lasts up to 24 hours. Up to. So it can only last you 12 hours. Who knows? But it's, you just have that one shot.
And guess what, guys? We found this out after our second IUI. We started, because we've been researching, guys. People don't talk about this. Listen, you have to track your ovulation. And the thing is, doctors don't know when you ovulate. You don't know when you ovulate. You have to literally go off of these strips. You have to go off of your peak happy sign, because guess what? The happy sign literally says within 24 hours. Guess what? After you take the happy sign, you can literally ovulate that next hour, then go get inseminated 5 hours later, and now you done missed it. It takes so long, so many times, because it's a guessing game.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I just don't want anybody to get discouraged when you're going through it. You just have to have those hard discussions with your partner to say, hey, the what if conversations. Like I said, we do have friends that went through it, and they were the ones that told us, like, hey, you have to have these conversations. This, and this can happen, and you just have to be prepared for it, which we have been. I think that's why we are okay with it.
It doesn't get easier, but it kind of, yes and no.
It doesn't get easier. I don't feel.
But you kind of prepare. You get tired. You get tired. You get tired of it.
You get really tired of testing. Like, it's testing every day to make sure you don't miss a day. And then if you do miss a day, you're frustrated with yourself because you're like, oh, did I make a mistake? Or, you know, like, it's really, really hard. So just don't be discouraged.
Nope.
Always make sure that you know, hey, it's not me. There's nothing wrong with me. I just need to. We just probably have to have another cycle.
And that's what I told her. I said, listen. I said, like you said, you guys got to have that talk. How many times are you willing to keep spending the money? A. B, how many times are you willing to go through the emotional stress? At the end of the day, it is emotional and it's stress. 2, what I was like...
even though you're not supposed to be stressed, you're supposed to try to be...
It's stressful.
She has tried to make me... not stressed at all, but she's been doing an amazing job, so I thank you, baby. She's been doing a really good job like trying to just making sure I have a healthy environment, making sure I don't have stress around me at all, you know, and I'm so thankful for her for that. So, and even on those days where I feel like, damn, like, why isn't this working or whatever, I have to go back to remembering, like, hey, it's just timing. You can't compare your journey. Like, she has friends. You can't compare your body to your friends. You can't compare your journey to people you know. We can't compare our journey to other couples we see on YouTube. You literally have to take it cycle by cycle, and you have to remember. And each cycle's gonna be different.
Yeah, and guess what? We telling the doctor, literally, Brionne does not have any issues.
I even told the thing is, we were just like, we don't want to try IUI again. We were like, hey,
we're going straight to IVF.
We sent a message and we were like, hey, can we just do IUI?
Because
and then the doctor literally said to me, no, Brionne, I feel like you don't need that. You know, you don't need that right. Like, let's not go.
She don't have any issues, like no blockage, nothing.
The doctor said, please, like, let's not do that.
She don't want to spend that money right now.
She's like, let's just try another their IUI. So we said, okay, you know, what?
No, I was gonna say, I'm going to spend the money.
Yeah, so IVF is not on the table right
not
now.
Not yet.
But we were about to be like, hey, let's just do that. But the doctor was like, hey, I don't recommend that. Like, you look great. You still look great. You know, so we just have to worry about timing. And I think, oh Lord, I'm praying that we got it this time, because last time we really thought we had it.
Yeah.
Like, based on like what it said. I want anybody that's going through this journey to get discouraged, even if you haven't started the journey, if you're just, you and your partner just starting out and talking about it, the first month that you start, the person that is gonna carry it is so much. There's so many doctor's appointments. There's so, like, y'all are giving blood literally every single time you go, and sometimes it's not even like 1 or 2 vials. It's literally like, one time I went and had to give like 7 vials of blood. Like,
you better drink enough water.
Drink water, please, because I have rolling veins, so it's always hard for them. So I have all these little stickies, all these little marks, because they can never find it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, I just want people to be prepared, and I don't want you to look at the situation like, no, it's easy, because it's not.
That's why they call it baby journey, because it's a journey. You don't know how this is getting ready to go.
Yeah, you can have it all planned out.
It's not gonna go that way. It's already started. We're not even knee deep, and like most people, we're not even, because they said, oh, sometimes you're supposed to take a year, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
No, we not.
Some people.
God is teaching us patience.
Yeah, you just.
That's all it is. Like, it's nothing. I was just stay positive. Please stay positive. That's all I can say, because if you don't, you're going to be wondering why, and it'll uppercut you in the lip. Just don't do it. Do not do it. Don't even compare. And like we said in all our other videos,
please don't compare.
Keep the business to yourself. You don't want everybody in your business. We decided, because maybe hopefully we starting to have people hit us up about their journey. And hey, you might be out. We hope that you guys get pregnant on the first try.
Right. The only thing we will not share is sperm banks.
Oh,
right?
No, I'm not doing that. And the donor. Like, that's our business.
We're not sharing that.
No.
But we're gonna definitely try to be transparent with everything else.
As much as everything else.
You know, and I want people to be, don't be afraid to ask us questions. Even if you don't want to comment down, like, send us a DM. You know, like,
or go head over to our Instagram and send us a message there, because I mean, we'll answer as much, because I'm not saying we a year or 2 in, but we did enough to know.
We did enough research. We asked the doctor so many questions.
And we actually got she has friends that were successful early on, like right off, like on some things. So she got friends.
And I also have friends that, you know, that have success, but they actually had to go through a real, like, longer journey. Yep. You know, and so we can ask them questions. They're always open, and we can, you know, so it's a community, you know, and we don't want to not share information.
And if you need support,
like, we're not that type of person. Yeah.
No.
Even if you need support, you know what I mean, hit us up. You know what I mean? Like, we are.
Because we need support too sometimes. Like,
definitely.
Because it's
some
a different.
People don't understand.
It's a different community for those that have the kids that went through, or those that's having to take longer than what they had to go through. So it's, they can relate, but it's a different relate to where when you start having multiple cycles versus the ones that probably got it in the first or second, you know. Right. So those that, you know, reach out to us. It's a community for everybody. It
is a community for everybody, you know, and we have no issues sharing our thoughts on stuff.
We're just not gonna share the donor.
Yeah, we're just not sharing the donor or the sperm bank.
Subscribe. Let me try to do that again. Like, comment, and subscribe.
And we want you to turn on your notifications. Somewhere.
It's somewhere on this thing.
The little bell.
Yep.
Just turn those notifications on. And like I said, just let us know what content you want to see. I know that we don't do a lot of vlogging, but we were thinking about doing that. It's just like a day in the life of like what we do, and we live in Atlanta, so it's like,
I don't know if y'all want to see that.
Baby, shut up.
I just playing. But no, for real, we will. I guess that's so. You done? Yeah. A Squad. Keon and Brionne.
Out.